All right, looks like we're recording. Welcome back to the big board. We're looking at, what's this called? Brazen Chariots. We're playing the battle axe scenario. We're in turn two, down at the tail end of turn two. There's only a couple of activation chits to go, one of which I'm probably going to pass on. I'm going to pop that up. You can't see that, but I just popped up the Bardia command. And thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. It's, I've now played this a couple of times, the system. And when support is not involved, it's pretty straightforward exercise. And most of the time, I'm getting it right. But I am finding, probably because of the cadence of my gameplay, because I'm playing 2 or 3 activations, then I may not come back to it for a day or two just because. And I'm having challenges keeping it all straight sometimes. So sometimes I'll come in and conduct a fire action when really it's a barrage. So I've got to go back and fix it. Good news is I guess I'm keeping copious notes on this gameplay. So I'm able to go back and rectify things and roll things back. That's one of the benefits of playing solo, I suppose. But I thought I would take a moment to have a look at the situation sort of at the end of game turn 2, which is 2 of 3 game turns. It's kind of a long-winded introduction, but there you go. So the objective is to capture Hellfire Pass, which arguably we've done. This unit's still in the way here. I'd probably want to, for completeness, take care of that, and I think I can probably do that this turn. It's down to 1 step here. And the Indians are pretty tough because they have multiple steps, and we've got a bunch of guys there, so we could powerhouse into that hex probably. But for a victory, you've got to also capture either Solemn, this hex here, Fort Abruzzo, I think it's called, or Capruzo, and or Bir Hufford up here, all the way up here. And I just don't see that happening, right? If 4th Indian is the best formation I have in this area, it's not going to get past a 4-stepper, and the 2 steps that are in here with the supporting unit, we're just not going to make that transition. I don't know that I can do much with these Matildas coming around this way. And arguably, I could probably adjust my defense a little bit with the Frontier guys if I had wanted to. So that's a challenge. Similarly here, trying to get through and beat up on 15th Panzer without any real good armored support. This guy's down to 2 steps, and he's the last unit from 7th Armored that has anything decent going. I think there's one here as well. Oh yeah, he's got 1 step left. The 7th Armored took an absolute shellacking, and I've had to advance this guy up to cover him so I can retreat the 7th Armored out. But I don't have a really good way of dropping support for 15th. They've got 2 88 units, and then these PJs, this as a support unit as well. So they're really, there they are there, sorry, quite hefty. So I don't know that we can penetrate here. And then on this section of the map up here, we've really only got this sort of support column, which have, they're all 2-step units. They're all assault capable, but they've been screened by the Weinmar here at the various breach locations. And it's, it's Vecmar, not Weinmar, Vecmar. And Vecmar's next up. So I think we would advance to cover this area here a little more aggressively and protect that. So I don't see a chance for, even with replacements being brought in for 7th Armored, for instance. I went ahead and rolled for replacements now early, and I'm getting 2 infantry and 2 AF, 2 armored fighting vehicle replacements. The Germans get none. Both sides one side gets 3 air for the Commonwealth and 2 for the Germans. So it's sort of a wash there. Even with those replacements, I don't know that I can make the penetration here. We actually did 7th Armored penetrated in Couldn't hold the penetration though, because 15th Panzer just came back and knocked the stuffing out of 7th Armored. The disparity in combat effectiveness, the 5 rating here versus the 4 rating, and the combat number, just fire actions alone were just eating up the 7th Armored 6th RTR and 2nd RTR. So really, those Royal Tank Regiments were, suffering the technological disadvantages that they actually did in the war, I suppose. So that's been a bit of a beatdown, and the 88s are powerful. I thought I was going to do an ahistorical win early because we knocked out the support here, actually destroyed a support step here. As part of one of the early die rolls in the cycle when 4th Armour moved up to suppress and do its thing. But that luck did not continue. So the losses, been pretty hefty, and I'm considering stopping play here, primarily because while some more experience going through the cycles would be good, we've got other games to be played, and I'd like to get this perhaps a game played via Vassal with someone who knows what they're doing, and play maybe this scenario again, or maybe even the campaign if there was an appetite for that with somebody. So I'll be reaching out to some of my friends first, but then if you are a relatively knowledgeable player and can put up with a slow turnaround on turns via Vassal and play by email, then I'd be very interested in having a quick chat with you about that. And I look forward to catching up with all of you soon. And thanks for watching the Big Board. Share the video, click like, all that stuff. Or if you're a jerk, downvote it, do that. There's always one. And by all means, keep checking in, and we'll keep posting up the good stuff for you. All the best.